President Rangba ke NPP ubaderu Menteri Rangba jong jylla Conrad ke sangma loong baka Congress ke badon hakaliang persya ke Kren Lamwir Tang banyo don Khubor Synshar ke jylla bat penmiru yaki jingkentho ke bakta simen ulong baka jingkwa bor palat kala pelong ya unong lam kaliang persya ban kentho dagi ktin ke ba myahap setia ke bakta simet bat kalong ke ba om sem lakmi lenti ulong susu ba ke jing tmu ke jongki kam dei nakamta ke jing mento ki paitba hanrei dei tang banyo song yeladi hakabor ulai thuru bakiladon ki katu kaningot ki MLA ke Congress ke bla fun yu ban panmap ya ke jingkren unong elam jongki ulai thuru bakiladon ki katu kaningot ki MLA na ke Congress ke bla fun yu ban panmap na ke jingkren unong elam jongki ba hadu bagale pinleran yaki MLA ru ulong banagapor chakapor ka Congress kaile ban warlat kumno ban pinklemi ka sarkar balayalam de NPP henrei manla kapor kalayo ru ya ka jubab bakani ka sarkar kan nebet hadu pandakot Conrad ulather ru ya ka Congress kabla ong ba amdan kam ban pinkamau ya ka ka balaja ka bakta ya ka sukasain hakapor ba ka Congress ka Synshar.
No, as I've said from the beginning only, that the comments of the LO are just sounding so desperate in nature that he's using any kind of possible language and words and situations that are coming to his mind and giving out statements that are in that line. I don't have to remind you, or I don't have to remind the public of what happened when he was in government. I don't have to remind you of the days and days and days of ban that took place during his time. I don't have to remind you of the number of innocent lives that were lost, hundreds of people injured during his time. So I don't have to go into that. If I want, I can also start going into this blame game and this entire comparison of what used to happen. You all remember it, and people of the state remember it. So it is not healthy for a person at his level to come out with immature statements simply because he's frustrated at this point in time. So it's not proper. We should keep the interests of the people in mind and work together to find solutions and to be able to move forward to find peace in the state. See, there are a lot of internal things that are there, discussions that take place between us, but it's not appropriate for me to talk about that or express all of those aspects. But as I said, whatever we do as a team, and we move forward as a team. Again, the tone and the kind of language, the kind of words, derogatory remarks that have been used by the Congress spokesperson is again another reflection of the frustration. Maybe because Sushmita Deb has left from the party and they lost a very senior leader there. Maybe because their MLA resigned from Congress in Assam and joined the BJP. Maybe that's why they're frustrated and now they're just reacting or responding to it in such derogatory remarks. But they should realize that by insulting our people, by insulting our state, they don't achieve anything. So it's really unfortunate that they're using such kind of language, against our people and the state and the youth especially. I don't have any specific reaction to what the Congress and its leadership has been saying in the last few days. I've been reading the papers, but I can say one thing for sure, that in my political career till now, and I would think in a lot of other senior leaders who have been in politics, I don't think we have ever seen so much of desperation from an opposition party. And the desperation level has gone to the point where personal attacks are being made, angry words are being used, which we really don't expect from senior people and people at that stature. So it's quite sad, I should say, to see the kind of extreme sense of desperation that is prevailing right now in the leadership, in the Congress, in the state. I was in fact very amused about a few days back. I don't want to take names. few days back there were some MLAs from the Congress who had called me, almost apologizing and saying that we are quite ashamed to see the kind of language being used by their leadership and the behavior that is there. So that speaks a lot about how things are within the Congress itself. And as I said, I have no comments on the kind of situations and comments that they're making. And they have been trying this for so long, so many times. The coalition partners have been approached, and every time the coalition partners have repeatedly told them that this government will continue, we'll continue to support. Then again they come out with a different statement after 2 weeks that we are now trying to do this. So as I said, it just seems that their focus is not about development of the people and the issues of the people, but their focus is more on toppling and more on how they will come back to power. So it's not really healthy for the system. I think we should focus on the issues. We should have constructive discussion. There are challenges we face as a government. We are not here to say that we know or we have all the answers to everything. We never can. Situations are very complicated and it requires everybody to work together. So as a Chief Minister, I would like to urge the opposition, urge the political leaders, and urge society as a whole that we must rise above all these kind of political games. They are playing games, they're not succeeding. What I'm trying to say is, whether you play the game or not, that's up to you. But at some point in time, one must also have the commitment towards the people and the cases and the issues that are ahead of us and face those and work together. So therefore, this is my appeal to everybody, especially the opposition, that let's not get into all this kind of petty political comments and let's get serious about working for our people and finding ways to resolve the issues that are there in front of us.